With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Already here, they'll audible to something else. They'll fake it. Now Smith sliding out of the pocket. And his first look is incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with the second-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready. Go. 17.
They go play action. Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Young's throw hauled in by Washington. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That throw by Young incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On play action, Young. They'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Young. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Young. For Marshall, that's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Down at the 9. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Marshall coming in motion right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it with Sanders. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play here just in case. You're looking ahead as well. I wonder if he's just thinking 3 power plays at max to get the ball in the end zone.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get them 5 up to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will the Panthers ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Young off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He got that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there with a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Seahawks nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. A beautiful fake. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Smith. It's complete to Lockett. Call with a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Returning right back to Lockett. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing range, and that's exactly what they did. It came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from a safety spot to make the play. Defense doing their job. Really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense. No gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
It's Young off play action. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Marshall.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing, Young. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers.
Terrace Marshall.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have retaken the lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Seahawks 10.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Keep it going. Take it to him. Turn it up, fellas. Turn it up. Come on, this is our last chance.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The play fake, now Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Off the play fake, Young. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Young on first down. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. In motion right, that's Marshall. Young on third down. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Young now. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Young's throw hauled in by Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He gets 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag out to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That throw by Young incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going up top. Touchdown! Andy Isabella. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Seahawks 10.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the 1st touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. Being chased out left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, Young. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, Young loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
Set, ready. Watch out now. 52.
It's Young on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Andy Isabella with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Panthers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And
As you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Smith going to move him around. A give for Walker running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here comes 3rd down at 7. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fighting him off. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution. Yeah,
and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now it's Lockett. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Now Gino on 1st down, going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 70 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Isabella now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Running right, here's Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Returnable for Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackle shy of the 10. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's fielded at the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Young. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Carolina.
Looking to throw, Young. This one caught by Isabella. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
From the 25, here's second down and 3.
Smith.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Smith and Jigba showing there that he is exactly what the Seahawks offense needed. A guy who complements what they already have and some productive receivers outside, and he can rack up catches in their system.
This complete to Lockett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Smith now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Back ready. Hut.
And they take a knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the last.